The city of Atlanta is the scene for the Cavaliers, one of the most talented power forwards in the league. Kevin Love will lead his team as they game plan for the task ahead at State Farm Arena. Cavs, Hawks, don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
For most teams in the NBA, success starts at the top. The challenge for owners, most of whom don't come from basketball backgrounds, is picking the right person to entrust with roster decisions. That skill set is hard to evaluate sometimes, but getting that first decision right can sometimes make all the difference. Kevin?
It sure can. All right, D.A., thanks. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the matchup with the Heat, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Osman in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, Collins at power forward with Len at center. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Hunter in at the small forward position.
And when you look at the Cavs last season, Doris, a very young team after having been the oldest team in the league the prior season.
And Greg, it makes sense, doesn't it? You're trying to develop players, whether it's for your team or to try to put together a trade package in the future. You're hoping ultimately to gain value through that process and through the draft. But it takes time. This young man loves to play through contact and certainly has the frame to absorb it. Go ahead, young Sexton.
Hunter, the pass to Collins. Right wing, 5 to shoot. Len kicks to Hunter. Here's Herter. A three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland with the ball. And the call will be against Alex Len. That is his first foul of the game. We're about 1 minute into the first. There's Garland, rejected by Young.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the rejection.
To the middle. Pass to Collins. Hawks passing it around. Inside. Makes it off the glass.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Collins with some nice D.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And that one's good. Hunter.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Love the pass to Garland. 1 second left. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, Basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Jones, Allen Crabbe out there with Turner. Then it's Reddish, and it's Parker in at the power forward. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Now, here's Clarkson. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Nance against Parker. 6 to shoot. Nance finds Clarkson. Fires the three. Crabbe pulls it in. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Parker with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Young. No points in the game yet for him. Tipping off the second half. Here's John Beeline's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. Here's Herter. Clock at 6. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. One kicks to Young. Outside Collins. 4 on the clock. Here's Herter. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Herter's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta. 1:24 left in the third quarter.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Herter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Young passes to Len. Here's Herter. Thompson with the rebound.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Sexton dishes to Garland. Love outside. The pass to Garland. Bounce pass from Love. Here's Osman. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2-for-1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Collins. For the Hawks, Jabari Parker comes in for Alex Len, and it's Bembry in for Kevin Huerter. And then for Cleveland, Nancy's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Porter comes in for Kevin Love, and it's Clarkson in for Garland. And so Collins nails both of them.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Clarkson finds Sexton. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
The very definition of a high flyer, Larry Nance, my goodness.
Here's Young. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Sexton. And his first shot of the game, no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Hawks lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. John Collins is out there with Parker. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Bembry in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Porter. Pass to Sexton. Pass to Clarkson to take the lead. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. The Hawks trailing. And Young kicks to Collins. Parker outside. 6 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, quick decisions and the ability to make up ground with those strides. Nice drive by Jabari Parker.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Let's remember, Jabari Parker was the number 2 overall pick in 2014. It's just been problematic for him that he's had to fight his way through multiple injuries.
Alex Len's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. Kevin Love comes in for Porter. And it's Garland in for Jordan Clarkson. Now, here's Garland. 1:04 left in the game. Here's Love. Got it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Hunter's checked in for Reddish. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Now here's Love. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 1. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look if that's at all possible.
Young taking his time here. With the teardrop, it falls!
Timeout.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 1. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Garland to the left wing. Love inside. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You got to love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.